We are delighted that Tanzania agreed to be a partner, one of 20 countries worldwide, in this 4-year initiative. The University of Melbourne has been trusted with the technical direction. In other words, the funding partners, including the Australian government, look to the University of Melbourne to say, are we doing the right things with countries? Are we spending our money and our time wisely in helping countries strengthen the critical systems that underlie the evidence leading to better health outcomes for countries? We are responsible for those technical decisions. We don't only make them in Melbourne, we make them by talking to countries around the world. And that's why we are so pleased to come and listen to you how our programs can be strengthened and improved and made more efficient in Tanzania. We only have 12 months to go. We have to run like the Tanzanian distance runners in the next 12 months. We've been running for 3 years, but we have to run really fast in the last 12 months. How can we do this efficiently? How can we do this with maximum benefit for the wonderful work that's going on in Tanzania to guide it, to change slightly the way we're doing business?
To give us some feedback. As you know, you have a strategy in place which has been passed by the CRVS strategy, which has been passed by the permanent secretaries, which is awaiting the approval. We also undertook a legal review collaboration with the Tanzania Law Reform Commission, and I think by this year, end of this year, we will have a law relation to birth and death registration in place.
Starting from the CRVS strategy, the key component of the CRVS strategy is the decentralization. Initially, everything was done centrally. So you have RITA at the top, but then you have district registrars at the district level.
The current system, you have, if the child is born in the hospital or health facility or health center, you are given a notification. Then after 1 month or 3 months or 10 years, then you come back to process the death or birth certificate.
And when we started the CRVS strategy process, then a lot of things were bound to change. Now the strategy wants to move from the district level to closer to the people. So this means most registration activities will be moved to the local government.
Now, the certificates are issued immediately after the is given permission to the hospital, or if the relative has to take the body for burial, they can also get a death certificate.
So, for example, the Under 5 registration initiative, that has already been done in 11 regions and has decentralized already the registration process, although it's only for births, from the district level to the local level. So, and maybe to explain a little bit what is happening, children get hand-filled certificates. And then immediately the assistant registrars key in the details of the registration form using a mobile phone. So using a smartphone where a mobile app has been prepared. So that data is immediately transmitted to RITA. So centrally we can have all the data of registered children, but the children, the parents would have received a hand-filled certificate. The model was chosen because of challenges we have. Some areas, remote areas, don't have power. but at least you may have a mobile network. And also it would be very costly to supply computers everywhere. So at least with hand-filled, the registration process has been reduced from 3 steps. So at least it has reduced the costs on the part of citizens. Also, certificates issued are free, so that means they don't pay anything. So that means there is a huge burden on our side to make sure the system is sustainable, because then you have to supply all the registration materials, all the technology components, to ensure the smartphones are replaced if anything happens, the communication part, but also the database that has to be maintained. Now, under 5 covers mainly the birth aspect, and this is a strategic group because so it partly covers backlog of children that are already below 5, but also establishes a system where the children that are now born will continuously be registered.
Raised the registration rate from 13%, which has been stagnant for many years now, and so far we have already registered 12,000 births and issued with certificate, and 500 deaths have been registered and issued on those 6 locations that we are piloting.
After the rollout, it shoots to 90–95%, so the coverage is quite good. Now, the next part that our executive officer has talked about is the decentralization of death. So, even before these components of the strategy were implemented, birth was a little bit better. Birth registration was a little bit better compared to death registration. So death registration is lagging behind in a big way. So we are now about to pilot the decentralization of deaths in one region, that is the RITA, where our chief has just come back from. And some things that have already been done. For example, we have revised the death registration form, and it's about ready for printing now. But also, we need to modify our systems to accommodate the new fields that have been added into the form. Maybe comparing it with the other initiative from the under 5, the smartphones in the under 5 is using a mobile app, but the mobile app is using SMS rather than internet. So that means it's more versatile, because in remote areas you may have a mobile network that does not have data. But the only good thing with the tablets is that you can carry out offline registration, up to 500 events offline, and then when you take it to where the network is, then it can synchronize.
This is a model, by the way, we're using in Myanmar and Papua New Guinea, where we're doing that offline model.
Yes.
Internet is much more flexible, and countries appreciate that. They don't need to have it by the second, but as long as each month these data are being uploaded, it works quite well.
And when there's no electricity, we provide solar chargers, so that means at least the devices can be charged and the registration can. Another very important feature of the new system is that it has been built with APIs that can integrate with other government systems. Because our system has to feed other systems like immigration, like the identification authority, the education system, the health, the insurance industry. So everybody is looking for data, and this is one of the areas that we have a challenge. The challenge being we have a lot of data on paper, okay? But now we have this new system that other stakeholders can hook in, but the bulk of our data is still on paper. So we need to see how we can digitize and capture that data into the system so that it can be used by other people. So we see this as an opportunity. If we can link with that register, then it will be very easy for us to issue certificates to all those children.
It has shown in this whole movement in the Data for Health initiative, you are the first country where process mapping was introduced for CRVS. And we did that in this room. We used it then, we extended it to the verbal autopsy design in this room for the Ministry of Health. We did the first training for Anaconda in this room. And so RITA has provided some real leadership in helping us imagine the kinds of things that are going on in the other 20 countries. And so this whole chemistry of seeing CRVS as a system and getting all the constituencies working closer and closer together has been really led by RITA here in Tanzania. So I just wanted to thank you and hope you appreciate how important RITA has been to the Data for Health initiative. Thank you for that.